What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel, man. 3&D podcast, episode number 7, and I had to. With the NBA season coming back, things are starting to spice up. I had to get Lex in the building, man.
Let's go.
He's going to be doing a podcast with us today. We're going to be talking about the number one thing trending in the NBA world right now, and it's Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole.
Bro.
What? I mean, just give me your initial thoughts when you first saw the clip, which I am going to play the clip for the audience. But yeah, give me your initial thoughts when you first saw it.
Man, first of all, when I read it, I thought it was just that it was like competitive, like, bulldog nature, and that they were just, going at it for the sake of competition.
Right.
When I saw
the clip is a whole different world.
That does not look like it. Like, bro, he stood there heated. He thought about it, and then he charged at him.
And you gotta understand that Poole's reaction to me felt like what I would do too. He got all up in his face. He just shoved him away.
He reacted normal because, and it's true. I read this on Twitter. The way that he reacted was like he shoved him off because he was in his personal space. But most importantly, he had his guard down. He did not expect that
a punch
was gonna come and
yeah. You're not, and you're in practice. Like, no way you're gonna punch me. Like, we're gonna get into the regular back and forth shoving that always happens in NBA games. But behind closed doors, I'm gonna get punched.
Look, bro. Who was it? I think was it Richard Jefferson or no? I think it was Isaiah Thomas that tweeted it out, and I read his comment. He said something along the lines of like, or one of them. It was one of them. One of the NBA players were saying that if he went and punched him that hard and like he just went about it that way, he don't really rock with him like that. He ain't really boys with him.
Bro, I was just thinking about that before I even fired up the podcast. I'm like, but if you were to ever punch me, or if I was to punch you, like, that's it. Like, how do you bounce back from that?
Yeah, and not to that extreme either. That was like real rough.
Like, maybe we could get into the world, like into the worst argument ever, and a shove might happen.
Bro, we could push each other, we could scream and call each other a bunch of names and all sorts of shit. But he didn't do that.
Like, that was assault. Like, he punched him.
Yes.
The clip looks bad. It makes Draymond look really bad. The clip. All right, so here's my thing about the clip. One thing is hearing it, and like, oh, Jordan Poole, he punched Jordan Poole, and you're thinking, okay, I mean,
and Jordan Poole's being a little weasel, young gun, trying to act like a hot shot, whatever.
And by the way, whoever revealed this clip, I mean, they must have gotten paid. He got paid. Yeah, he got paid.
They got paid.
And on top of that, like, come on, man, you can't leak that. They're gonna get fired. They're gonna get. They got paid. They know they got paid already.
Nah, that's it. One and done.
But one and done. It's a one and done. So here's my thing about the clip. It makes Draymond look really bad. This is worse than what I thought it was.
For sure.
So like at this point, I'm actually thinking like, how do the Warriors bounce back from this? I'm seeing reports that Kevon Looney and Iguodala are the guys behind the scenes, kind of trying to just be the glue, get everyone together. Right?
Yeah.
And it makes sense from Iggy. He's like a veteran. He was about to retire. He stayed on for one more year.
Yeah, he came back. They convinced him to come back.
They convinced him. And then here's my thing. I'm just thinking, like, when they go into other arenas with other NBA players, you already see all the like big names like Trae Young on Twitter reacting to it.
Yeah. People are gonna want to bully Jordan Poole.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, yeah. He was already getting picked at during the playoffs, obviously, because he's not a great defender. But now with this, like, this is just,
man.
I don't know, man. Draymond took it too far. The KD thing was different.
Way too far.
This was physical.
This is different. And you know what sucks too? I think Draymond is due for an extension, and Jordan Poole's due as well for his money.
Yeah, to get paid.
And then the Warriors are not going to be successful if they don't at least keep Jordan Poole around, because they already lost some of their other players.
Okay, let me ask you a question, and you could Draymond is really valuable to that team. He makes them go.
Yeah, he runs the offense. He's the one that runs the ball.
But after this incident, if one has to go, who's going?
Man, that's tough, dog.
It's a tough question. Tough question.
First and foremost, before I pull a trigger like this, I would have to sit with both of them and see what's going on.
Get a feel for it. Is there a slight chance that this thing might just be a thing of the past, and can they move on? but I don't.
It's up to Jordan Poole.
It's really up to Jordan Poole. But
Draymond is regretful already.
But you 100%. He apologized already to the team, and he knows he slipped up. He took it too far. He knows it. But one thing is knowing it, and that's not gonna change the fact that it happened. And now, maybe if it would have stayed behind closed doors, it would have been okay.
They could have played it off, blown it off.
They could have. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's seen it. The clip is out there. I think that's what changes everything.
It does. No, it changes everything for sure. The perception. I mean, even my perception, like I said, I read about it. I kind of blew it off. I'm like, oh, this is Draymond being Draymond and Jordan Poole being a young gun.
Right.
I just thought it was normal. It was basic competitive energies clashing in practice. That's what you want. Remember last year with the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler and Spoelstra getting into each other's face, calling each other names.
Yeah, these are regular in sports. This is an everyday thing if you really think about it.
This happens all the time in the locker room.
Right.
This happens all the time in the locker room, but
for it to hit this point,
this early in a regular practice,
it's in a regular practice before the season even gets started.
It don't even make sense.
The current champions, this is the team that just won it all. So this is just all bad.
No, it is awful. It's awful for the chemistry in the team because everybody's going to be now a little confused. Everybody's probably going to be on maybe Jordan Poole's side. Others are going to be with Draymond.
There's no way. There's 100% nobody that could be on Draymond's side. I mean, we don't know the full details, obviously, of what's being said. What Jordan Poole, Jordan Poole might have said something that, pushed Draymond to that point. But the point is, you just can't cross that line of punching someone.
Bro. This is why, and I know we're Heat fans, and people will probably want to bring that up in the comments or whatever, but that's why I love Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem doesn't shy away from moments like this, but he makes you pay for it in the next play.
Yeah.
We'll get it done in practice. We're going to square off in practice, but I'm going to bully you in the paint. I'm going to elbow you. I'm going to shove you. I'm going to make you feel small. He just doesn't get riled up and come, and punches you in front of everybody.
I'm gonna do it within the flow of the game. I'm gonna
exactly.
Draymond could have taken out his frustration
easily.
The next time you're in the game, set a hard screen, you elbow him and give him one right in the chest. You give him a nice elbow in the chest and sit him down, make him gasp for air, and that's it. And you move on. You know what I mean?
And you move on, and then Poole would be like, all right,
if you look at the clip, he's over there. They're on separate sides of the court, and you see Draymond's just pacing, just waiting to go over there.
Yeah, he was looking at him, and then
he's just winding up. He couldn't get away from what he wanted to do, which is ultimately walk up to him, and he does. And Jordan, it was premeditated. Jordan Poole's reaction was like giving the green light. It was, but it was a green light for Draymond. It was the green light.
Oh yeah,
because he got shoved.
He did enough. Yes.
That's it.
He did enough to get physical.
Right. Because in NBA games all the time we see it. Somebody shoves each other and the other person doesn't instantly swing. You shove back. People get in the way.
Never.
By the way, I feel like a lot of the people that were in the facility are responsible. Like there was opportunities for
to stop it.
Yeah. To
in
step
in a much better way.
Yeah.
For sure.
But whatever. It got to the point.
Now we got to deal now. From what I read before doing this, the Warriors are doing a full-blown investigation. That's it.
They're trying to figure out
who leaked it.
Oh, 100%. And they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. That'll be figured out.
Snitch.
Because there's only certain amount of people that are in that facility. Right. And and that have access to it. Remember, you can go back and get the footage. You know what I mean? That wasn't picked up right away. That footage was after the fact. They went back and, look at the camera. So only a certain couple of people could get access to that. So they're going to find out who it was. That's not even
so hard, dog. Freaking TMZ. Always coming in
with
the freaking problematic.
I mean,
you're so toxic. Bro.
That's inside a training facility to go back in time and pay someone. I mean, they just got money.
Isn't it crazy?
It's money though. It's money though. Money talks.
It is money. TMZ paid for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Well worth it too because they got all the clicks in the world that they wanted.
What? I mean, I wouldn't have done the video if I didn't have the footage. The footage. It elevates everything, and it makes the situation that much more serious because you see how it was. When I pictured a punch, I didn't visualize that.
Yeah, you thought like it was maybe like a hit on the shoulder.
He Superman punched him. He Superman punched him. He Superman punched him. If you're Jordan Poole, what are you thinking right now?
Man, you got to be the bigger man because this
You
is
think he's ready to put it behind him?
look, bro. This is how I would see it. You guys could say, "Oh, you're thinking like a punk." No, no. I'm gonna think like a businessman.
Yeah.
I cannot hurt my stock. I'm going into a contract year.
Yeah.
I want to get paid. I want to have a job in this league.
100%.
Draymond, been there, done that.
I mean,
for Draymond,
but
he's been
the
there.
thing is, though, he could get paid somewhere else. It doesn't have to be the Warriors.
But he can't show that he's a problematic teammate because
I
he
agree.
already looks bad.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Embarrassed. He embarrassed Draymond already as is by calling him 000 or whatever.
But we don't know that. We don't know if that's confirmed. Is that confirmed?
I'm not sure.
I don't. That's what I'm
know.
saying.
Like,
See, things like that. I think that.
Anything confirmed.
I think that's Twitter, and I don't think we're gonna ultimately get
Gossiping.
to the bottom of it. You know how we got we know exactly what was said with the KD situation. I don't know if we're gonna get that here. And apparently it was like a build
maybe in
up.
the future.
Yeah, maybe in the future, and not now. Yeah, dude. If I'm Jordan Poole.
I'm just thinking like a businessman for now, and I'll talk about it or address it maybe down the road.
But think about the media. Think about the perception from other NBA players.
David, we're here to win ball games, man. We're not here to be best friends and hold hands. We're here to play ball. I mean, it is what it is.
Think about this, though. What other job, in what job can you punch someone and not lose your job?
Nowhere. And that's why Draymond's going to get suspended and probably even fined, and he'll lose some money out of this.
What is the probability, the likelihood that he gets traded? Because I think the doors have been opened for that.
Nah, I think that is very slim to none because at the end of the day, I don't even know if the Warriors could afford to keep Jordan Poole, if I'm honest with you.
I think they can if they don't have Draymond on the roster. I think they. I mean,
they don't have Draymond, but I don't think they're gonna get rid of Draymond. Without Draymond, that team is.
It's not the same. That's not the Warriors. Right. That's not the Warriors. But you got to look at the fact that he is getting older, and Jordan Poole might be the future. Steph Curry's gonna be around for a minute too, but
Jordan Poole is like a J.R. Smith, like lethal weapon, 6th man of the year, Tyler Hero-esque type player. He could perform in big games and big moments. He's proven himself.
Yeah, the kid is good.
They need him.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
They need him. No doubt about it. But you could try to find another Jordan Poole somewhere. Draymond Green is like a staple.
So they drafted him too, man.
They did, bro. Bro, the Warriors.
What a sour. No, if there's a team that could bounce back from it, I think the Warriors can.
Look, bro. Yeah. I keep on bringing up the Miami Heat situation because it happened in the game. It was publicized even bigger. The cameras were rolling from the fans, live television. The locker room. We were on a losing streak.
Yeah.
And the media really, really ate it up and blew
it
up. Yeah,
they sunk their teeth into it. Yeah.
And what happened? The Heat were literally like 17 seconds away from making it to the
NBA 100%.
Even then.
Yeah, you can bounce back from stuff like that. No doubt about it.
Shot too, Jimmy.
Yeah. No, and we lived with the results. It was never no blowback because of what had happened. And so no, 100%. You can move on from it. But I just feel like this is different. I feel like this is gonna linger on, man. I don't know how they fully bounce back from it.
It's all on Jordan Poole, just like it was all on Jimmy. Jimmy could have bounced back much worse.
Yeah, but to have to play through that, man.
If he's smart, he goes the Jimmy Butler route, puts his head down, keeps going about his business, and keeps balling.
He's gonna hear from it in all NBA arenas. The fans are gonna be in his ear. It's gonna be nonstop for 82 games and then the playoffs. Like it is gonna be so rough.
He did too. If he is smart, he moves on and he makes his money and he balls out. And the best winning situation for Jordan Poole is to stay there.
Okay, so yeah, no, I agree with that. What do you think happens with Draymond? Suspension? He has to get suspended.
Cheap ass, bro. They gave Bobby Portis like 8-day suspension or 8 games.
They got it. And the good thing is that we're in the preseason, so I mean they can suspend them for the rest of the I mean that's not even gonna hurt. Man, it's gotta be the regular season, and kind of make it sting a little bit.
Exactly.
Kind of take a stand, be like, okay, look, man.
They're going to stand with Jordan Poole here because he's the one that got assaulted, and you need to make sure that that's handled. And the NBA needs to see that you reprimanded Draymond Green accordingly. Everyone's going to point the finger and compare the Bobby Porter situation because
as a team, you can't just be like the team that allows your players to get punched. And it's like, oh yeah, no, we win championships and we do it while we're having fights where people get punched.
remember Miritich was also getting bullied by Portis, and they're fighting for the same
I
position
remember
too.
that.
And
I
it was
remember that. I remember that. I remember that.
this is more about just
That
trash
was on the
talk
that was on the
and
Bulls, right? On the
yeah,
Bulls. I
Bulls.
remember that,
And
man.
that
How
that
he got like a 1 month, right? Wasn't it?
nah, not even a
Not
couple
even.
games, and then they traded Miritich. They traded Miritich and they stayed with
I
Portis. But that's
remember. I remember that. I remember that.
but remember
Talking
these
about that makes me think of how well it's all turned out for Bobby Portis with the Bucks and getting the contract
and look at
extension.
Miritich. He went to go play overseas after he got traded to the Pelicans. He didn't even stay in the NBA. So
Yeah.
it's like this is not that case. He's not fighting for the same position. This was just practice trash talk. If the video wouldn't have leaked, this would have been water under the bridge.
I think the video leaking it just oh man the gravity
It
of
extends
it.
the drama. This just extends the drama. I don't think that
Because
anything is gonna come from this.
it's so much exterior, so much media. Now we have a visual of it. Now other players
I
could
get
be
it.
like, it's just what I'm thinking. If I'm an NBA player, imagine your coworker, something happens at work, and you and another employee get into it. Okay, that's it. You go with a GM and you figure it out. But now we show that video to every single employee in the company.
Man,
That's
but
different. That's
I'm
different.
just thinking. I'm trying to put myself in Poole's shoes, and I'm just thinking I want to make my money, bro. I'm thinking like a businessman here. I don't want to think with the same brain that Draymond was thinking about, which is trying to retaliate and get vengeance. There's no vengeance here, bro. This is the real world.
Draymond gotta be smarter. Draymond,
There's
come
no
on.
punch that's gonna equal out this scenario. There's nothing to fight back here about. We
No,
gotta
there's
just move forward.
no. If you're Jordan Poole, there's really nothing to do. I mean, what's a request to trade? I guess. I mean, that's like, but that
And
is
why
that
would he
even
do that?
right? Is that even ideal? What a
What's
tough
the reason?
It's actually a tough pickle because basically he's kind of like forced to swallow that pill. Damn, I got
Look,
punched by
bro.
Draymond Green.
You want to laugh there's a lot of players are like, oh, if that happened to me, I'm throwing, like Lamar Jackson tweeted, if that happened to me, I'm
Yeah,
throwing
I've seen
blows
it.
to
I've seen the
tomorrow.
tweets. Yeah, I've seen the tweets.
Yeah, if that happened, everybody's that happened to me,
Yeah.
bro.
Until
Nothing
you're
happened
in that
situation.
until you're in that right until you're in that situation, you don't know exactly how you
If
would.
that happened to you, you'd have your teammates jump into the middle of it, and that shit would get nowhere fast. All right.
Yeah.
The cheap shot. What are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kick your ass. People will get in the way. Nothing would come from it. Someone gets suspended. The other guy gets talked to. Hey, we don't want to do, and that's it, bro. And we're here to make money and win games.
Yeah.
What else are we
I
doing?
mean, that's
here?
the business. That's the business view of it. But I don't know. I don't know.
Poole could easily request a trade, but that's doomsday. Why would he even want to do that? I wouldn't want to leave the Warriors ever.
Trae Young tweeted that, damn, Draymond really wants to go to LA, like making it seem like this is like forcing his way out, you know? Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think this is going to. Remember, this is the newfound Warriors from what we've seen in the last damn near a decade.
I mean, they just got Wiggins is on that. Wiggins is like playing.
That's why I don't think nothing's
at an
going to come
all-time
from
high.
this. They're a world class.
They got James. Have you seen James Wiseman? James Wiseman in the preseason has looked
he's back.
spectacular.
He's back.
I'm like, yo, this is
proving his worth.
The Warriors just won the championship, and look at what James Wiseman is really like. And then Draymond Draymond got to be smarter.
This could fuel them. This could fuel them, or this could bury them. It depends how they go about it. It's on them. I really don't see this blowing up more than what we're already doing.
At the end of the day, if they do keep the team together, nothing changes. No Draymond Green trade. Jordan Poole stays, and they try to get over it. I think they will get over it, but it's gonna linger on the whole season. Questions about it. The
reporters and the media.
The reporters, there's questions about it nonstop, and then the players are gonna use that.
Somebody said it best,
as a jab.
Bro.
I mean, if you're an NBA player and you're going up against the Warriors, you're gonna use any advantage, anything to get into Jordan Poole's head. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Steve Kerr got punched
by Michael Jordan. I know.
Come on.
I know.
And they still won.
I know. If anything, that actually works into their favor because Steve Kerr can step in there and be like,
hey, this had happened before. This is just grit.
It's happened to me. Steve Kerr should be the one to talk to Jordan Poole.
He is, bro. They're too
from experience.
Smart,
No, they're gonna figure it out.
They're gonna figure it out.
If for some reason Draymond Green gets traded, something that to that extent, I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I want to say. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised by that? I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. We had LeBron. We had all these players. Let's go back to the Heat ways. What has Pat Riley ever done to solve something like this? Nothing. They got
They
to solve
figure
it
it
like
out. They
men.
figure it
They
out. I
figure it
know,
out.
but again, I just think the fact that it got leaked to the world that wasn't supposed to come out, it's almost like they were already working on getting over that
What
hump.
we should be worried about is who the hell recorded and leaked that.
I agree. I agree.
Really,
I agree.
that's the biggest problem here.
How do you not?
How? That's literally the biggest problem. It's not even about Jordan Poole and how he's gonna retaliate or how long Draymond's gonna get
I
suspended.
wonder how much they paid him. I know it wasn't
Oh,
nothing ridiculous like $1 million. It was a couple thousand for sure. A couple thousand.
it had to be a decent amount for sure, but I don't know.
Yeah, because you are risk. I mean, he risked his job, and he's gonna lose his job. That
And
person.
he's never gonna work in another NBA team because no team is gonna want some freaking little sneaky.
No. He's
jerk
done
that
in the
does that
NBA.
shit.
Yeah, he's done in the NBA. Yeah.
He has to video coordinate or something.
No, you gotta understand that you're leaking. That's private runs. You don't. Why would you leak your training, and especially that incident? You don't do that.
Nah, man, you don't do that at all. We never even saw the Bobby Portis punch.
We never got to see that. That's what I'm saying.
We just knew that he broke.
We just knew. We just knew. We knew the outcome. We knew the story, but we didn't see it. Right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up because we're going on 20 minutes. Good episode. Good episode. Yeah, we gotta have you more in the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. NBA season kicking off. I mean, this right here was just too much to not talk about.
No, we had to.
But episode 7 in the books, man. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Decentric, Lex Express, checking out.
Let's go.